are my natural brows. I'm going to zoom you in so you can see they just have sparse spots and they're lighter than my hair, so I like to make them sharp and dark. This is my favorite brush, the Anastasia 7B brush. I take the spoolie side, brush them out, see what I'm working with, get them nice and organized. Next, I go in with the ColourPop Brow Pomade in the color Black and Brown. I do this trick where I take my fingers and press together the bristles of the brush to make it super sharp and precise. Lightly dipping into the pomade, I then start to make these hair-like strokes. Going along with my natural shape, I start on the bottom line and try to get it as perfect as I can. Going on to the top of the brow, I do the same thing. I just go along where my brow naturally grows in, and I just try to make a perfect line. But I also try to keep the stroke short so it doesn't look too drawn on. Going towards the front, I use really short strokes just to make sure I can get it as perfect as possible. A trick that I do to make the brows look as natural as possible is I flip my brush and I make it go horizontal, and I basically just push up the product from that bottom line so that it blends. It's hard to explain, but I'll try to show you how I'm doing it. At this point, I try to start making the brows match. I basically start measuring and going across and trying to mark the brow like exactly horizontally across so that they look the same. I'm doing that trick again where I flip the brush horizontally and blend out the bottom line. Now I'm flipping my brush the other way and making the strokes upwards. I want to make it look like hair, not makeup. Now's when I take the time to tweeze my eyebrows, because I do not get them waxed or anything. I don't trust anyone. Now I'm taking my concealer brush or any brush with a pointy edge to carve out the brows. I do the same trick where I push together the bristles to make a sharp edge. To clean up and carve out my brows, I go in with the foundation that I'm using that day. I used to use a concealer, but it just looks way too light and fake for me, so I started doing this. What I'm doing is essentially disguising those hairs underneath the brow that aren't where they're supposed to be, like the extra stray hairs, and making it look like I just got my brows done. I go ahead and put the foundation a little bit above the brow, and then I blend towards the brow, because sometimes if you plop it on way too close to the brow, you can just ruin everything. So try to place the foundation a little bit above the brow and then move down. So this is what the brow looks like after it's carved out. The after, and here's the before. I finish up carving out my other brow and I am done finessing these brows, sis. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for my next video, which will be part 2, a makeup look.